Hello, folks. I'm in a lot of pain and having trouble thinking clearly right now. So I'm gonna do my best to do this announcement. Despite that, uh, yeah, my fucking toothache is back like a motherfucker, and I'm really having trouble thinking 3 to 6 hours of discussion afterwards. I think that covers everything. On the other hand, if shit goes wrong for me and I won't be there tonight, I will post to cancel this. But rather than waiting to see how things go and whether I'll feel up to it, I'm going to try to push ahead, and I'm going to just be optimistic that because I had already taken Tylenol today. Like when I'm saying my tooth really hurts and I decided to go to emergency, it's because I already took Tylenol and it didn't do a fucking thing. So I'm hoping that emergency will give me something a little bit stronger, and we can still have a great night tonight. All right, I see a couple people watching. Anyone have anything to say? Like I already said, I'm in quite a bit of pain and not thinking that clearly, but fuck it. Right at the moment, if anyone else has anything to say, I'll hang out for a little while, because at the moment I'm just waiting for my dad to pick me up. He'll probably be here in about a half an hour. Hey, good to see you, Daniel. So there is I'm just going to throw out, there's a slight chance I may have to cancel this if my day gets worse. But, like, I'm in a lot of physical pain, but I'm not upset. So I'm doing okay other than that, especially considering I couldn't sleep right because of it and how much pain I am. If I can just get the pain, I don't even need it gone. If I could get the pain cut down to half, I could have a nice night tonight. So Mariah says, sorry your tooth hurts. Well wishes your way. Thank you very much. Is this the same Mariah who has been at the parties, or am I getting confused? And Daniel says, happy we're going to have another one. Awesome. And yeah, tonight is us getting past halfway. There's only 15 episodes. So Wagwan, Ben. So tonight will push us past halfway through the season. Okay, great. And so I'm assuming, yeah, so Mariah said yes, this is the same Mariah. I'm assuming by Daniel's reaction that he'll be there. Do you think you're going to be able to make it tonight, Mariah? And who knows, maybe it will even be the opposite of me in a bad mood. Maybe they'll give me some nice strong pain pills, and maybe tonight will be the most fun I've had at one of these yet. We'll see what happens. Excellent. Looking forward to seeing you tonight then. Old me would not be going to the emergency right now. Old me would just shut down all my responsibilities and suffer through a week rather than leaving my fortress of solitude for any sort of treatment. Daniel says to cut down the pain, maybe you're going to need more cannabis. Often that works for me. I almost never use Tylenol at all. I think this toothache is the first time I've used Tylenol this year, like when it flared up before. But fuck, yeah, the way this pain in my tooth is, the Tylenol's cutting it, weed's not cutting it, and I can't meditate away from this pain the way I can with other pains. I've gotten pretty good sometimes, and it's a difficult one to meditate away serious pain. But if it's like back pain or some other times, I've had good success at meditating away pain. This one's fucking different. When I go into the meditative state, when this nerve is just firing up through my jaw, I can't get away from it in the meditation. And it feels like it's wired too closely to my brain or something, that I can't step back from this pain the way I can with other things. And so Daniel says, I hope you won't cancel. Thank you for that. Like, that's nice. And you hope I'm going to be okay. Yeah, as long as I can get the pain out of my tooth for the day, I'll be fine. And some people have been trying to coach me through like having more respect for myself, taking better care of myself, not always meditating away pains, and like not even so much in the physical, but like with emotional stuff that I allow others to hurt me too much, and that that it's great I can mindfully separate, but that I need to take better care of myself. That's something I've been working on for a long time. And recently, like as how I was dealing with the last time this flared up, where I would have gone to the dentist, and I've needed to for 10 years. And it was just because of quarantine I couldn't. But I got some feedback that, okay, good. Like, it's nice to see you're treating yourself with more respect, that you're going to take this seriously and not keep putting yourself through pain. But while I've been working on doing that, that's only a very small element of why I'm going to the emergency room today, or why I'm going to follow through and go to the dentist as soon as I'm able to, once fucking quarantine's done. It's much more largely that there's people now who are affected by whether or not I shut down. So everyone I know through this channel, whether it's, I just realized I can't have it where I can randomly have tooth pain shut me down anymore. Like this week, there's the party tonight that I know people are getting a lot out of. I'm recording a podcast with Andrew with the Bangs Wednesday night, I believe, and I've been trying to step up and get more shit going. And upper management is telling me this is what I'm supposed to be doing as well. So it's not just like a personal drive. My angel and upper management has said, like, yes, it's time for you to get active and really apply yourself to this. So it's for the sake of doing my job well that I'm going to emergency today, and that's why I'm going to follow up with going to the dentist and do more to take better care of myself in the future. I know I shouldn't need the motivation of other people relying on me or anything like that, we should all be fucking taking care of ourselves like we're somebody we care for. But that hasn't ever been enough to make me do it. And I don't want to pretend that I deserve credit for taking proper care of myself now out of that purest emotion that everyone deserves it. I am still doing it for the sake of others, much, much more than myself. So Adela says, Advil gel cap, pop capsule with a pin. Next, get toothpick, get gel in and place it onto the tooth. Job done. Huh, interesting. Well, I think I see no reason why I'm not going to get strong pain pills. I don't have an addiction problem or anything like that. So there's no reason for doctors to be weird with me about pain pills unless the doctor just really doesn't like the look of me. I know I look like someone you might have to worry about faking a toothache to get whatever the fuck's in Tylenol 3. I'm blanking. I can't think straight. But there's nothing in my history of that, so I should have no problem. So that's a nice backup. I will keep that in mind. But what I'm hoping for is just something fucking nice and strong that just knocks the pain right out of this. And before, antibiotics seem to clear it up. Like when I called the dentist and couldn't make an appointment, but over the phone, he gave me a prescription for antibiotics the last time this flared up, like 2 weeks ago or whatever. But that took 2 days to start working. and I had the party tonight, and shit with Andrea Wednesday. So I don't want to just do that route again. I assume the doctors will also give me an antibiotic to help. The dentist said that if, I've had cavities for over a decade and it occasionally flares up really painfully. I had been thinking that that was the cavity eats a little deeper, exposes fresh nerve, and that it took a while for the nerve to die. But the dentist said that those extreme flares up of pain are when there's an infection in the cavity. And so that there's, an infection picking directly at the nerve. So maybe antibiotics will knock it right out this time so that I will just follow. And I'm going to follow through at the dentist anyway. Once quarantine's over, I can get a fucking appointment. Whether it hurts or not, I'm going to go, which is not at all like the old me. The old me, and yeah, for over a decade, I would have times where it just aches for 2 weeks. And I wouldn't even go to emergency. I would just, even if the Tylenol didn't work, I would just suffer through it or use coconut oil and whatever. So I'm taking it more seriously now. And even if it doesn't hurt, no, fuck it. I'll go with when. Hopefully I can just get rid of this now. And so even though it won't hurt when quarantine's over, I'm still going to follow through and get this taken care of. Because upper management's been different with me since quarantine. In the past, when I got upper or assignments from my angel and whatnot, it was always very. They never. I guess occasionally they would kind of push, but not in this way. But since quarantine, there's been a bunch of days where I got up and thought like, I'm tired. I've been doing a lot of this. I want the day off. And I lay down to meditate or something. And upper management just steps in and says, no, you're going to get to work today. All right. So Daniel, and yeah, I don't know how long ago you wrote that. So you married to be gone. But Daniel wrote, I'm going to go because I'm on duty right now. Hope to see you tonight. Maybe less talking for you tonight. Take care. So thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to seeing you. And yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll be quiet or maybe I'll be all dopey on pain pills and still smoking weed. And maybe be all rambly. I don't know. We'll see what shape I'm in when I turn up. And hey, Nolan, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. And Adela says it really works, though, and then says, I see the good stuff. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going in to get real pain pills. And I don't even know the last time I've done that. I fucked my back, like aside from the tooth pains that I go through every now and then, and I just fucking suffer through it. I also threw out my back once really fucking bad when I was like 20. Since then, like once you throw it out once, you can hurt your back quite easily. A few times I've fucked my back right up where I can't move. I can barely move for a couple days. And it's just constant pain. And I still wouldn't go to the fucking doctor. One, I don't like leaving my little fucking sanctuary and going into the real world at all. But beyond that, hospitals are the fucking worst for me. I'm phobic of hospitals at this point. Because there's all the normal reasons people don't like hospitals, but then on top of it, for me, hospitals are also my prison when I get locked up. And so whatever the fuck, I've got like an inner fugitive, the part of me that's very traumatized from being institutionalized against my will, and the part of me that wants to stay the fuck out of the reach of any authority figures and just does not want to get locked up again. I have a sub-personality that's all it is. It feels like a fugitive. Like, even though I have every right to be walking free, it is just constantly like, oh yeah, and going to the hospital freaks my inner fugitive out badly. So this is not going to be pleasant, like to leave my house at all, but definitely to have to go to the hospital is fucking, But upper management says what I'm doing here is important. And aside from that, this is easier than pushing myself at like a typical job. because I genuinely care about people in the audience. And it's that emotional drive combined with feeling like a responsibility to do what the fuck upper management says is what's making me do this. So, anyone else have anything else to say? Oh, this probably is not very good fucking viewing material. Somebody just swearing a lot and bitching about how much their tooth hurts. I'm really not looking to vent or spread any negativity. And Mariah says, hope to see everyone tonight. Yeah, definitely. And then after that, I don't know when the next one will be. It'll partly be like when Shane wants to. But yeah, sometimes he gets really excited about them and wants to do the next one the day after. So, and I don't think I have anything planned yet tomorrow. So if Shane wants to and other people do, maybe we can do one tonight, one tomorrow. Wednesday night, I definitely won't be doing one. I think I'm recording a podcast with Andrea in the evening. And then after that, Wednesday night's the full moon. So I've got to do my midnight Lunatic Live. But now that we're moving on to episode 8 tonight, I really do want to push with the Lunatic Patrol parties and get right through the season. I don't want to take too big a break at any point. So I would like to push right through the rest of the season. So yeah, fuck it. I'm going to be optimistic. It's only 3:30, so I think even if there's a huge fucking wait at the hospital, I should have my... Oh shit, is there going to be a pharmacy to fill it if it's... Anyway, yeah, I think it's early enough. I'll be able to get my pain pills in time that I can show up in a good mood, but fuck it, I will show up either way, even if I'm in pain tonight. The only way I won't show up is if some weird shit happens and there's like a fucking 7-hour wait in the hospital and I'm not back in time. Is the only way I won't show up. But it's only... Yeah, my dad's picking me up soon. So I should have plenty of time to be back. If I'm in a lot of pain, I'll show up and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just keep quiet. And on the other hand, I'd have to say, yeah, since no one's writing anything else, I'll just ramble for a minute anyway. So I have to say the Zoom parties have gone even better than I thought they would when I first conceived of doing them. I've been really, really grateful for the quality of people that show up. It's a fantastic atmosphere. Just amazingly good conversations. So thank you to everybody who's been participating. I do not want to keep talking about pain or bitching about anything. So I'm going to sit here quiet for a minute and see if anyone writes anything. And Adela says, should be all right. All the hospitals are empty. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm really hoping. Because it will not be pleasant for me to be out of my environment. I feel like a fish out of water where, like, yeah, without being within my magical space, I'm gasping for, it's not air, but for energy. And I feel the assault of thoughts and emotions around me, or I have the delusion of feeling that, whatever it is. I experience it. So it's both the pressure of picking up everything out there and the lack of the magical. It's almost like if you imagine walking into a different atmosphere that doesn't have enough oxygen, but it has some. So you're all right, but the longer you're in that environment, the more depleted of oxygen you're getting. So aside from the pain in my tooth, how long I am out of my house today. Well, not just my house, I'm fine in my yard. As long as I'm out of my little private kingdom. The longer I'm out of it, the more that's going to wear me down. So those will be the two factors to my mood: how long I'm out of my house, and how bad my tooth hurts tonight. All right, unless anyone has any last comments, I think I'll get going. It's almost 3:30 now. My dad could be here any minute. So unless a comment pops up very shortly, I'm going to wrap this up. Mariah says, I would say resistance to seeking care is interesting. My father, sister, and I are very similar in this regard. Okay, if you find that interesting, maybe we can discuss that tonight after the show. Yeah, and I know you don't like to talk at all, which is perfectly fine. But if you just write in the chat to bring this subject back up, yeah, we could discuss it later tonight. Mariah says, definitely. Okay, there. I've got something to look forward to now at the end of this ordeal. Is I can look forward to having a pleasant conversation with Mariah, and I know Daniel will be there. And I'm sure a few of our other regulars will show up. So rather than dreading having to leave my house as I turn this off, I'm going to try to focus a little further forward and look forward to seeing those of you who show up tonight. Nolan says, I hope things go well, Merc. Thanks, Nolan. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll get through this. All right, so I'm going to get going. I will see some or all of you tonight. Yeah, fuck it. That's everything I had to say. So blessings and lunatic love to all.